What's up, YouTube? Hey, new subscribers, more Johnny Depp stuff to come. I am going to write down. I am going to type up my upcoming review for Pirates of the Caribbean. In fact, maybe I'll soon even show my list of Johnny Depp movies I'm going to review. In fact, why don't I just open Microsoft Word to do that? But anyways, um, excuse me. Unfortunately, when it comes to opening Microsoft Word since it's Office 2007, the computer's a pain in the ass about it, and it's like, oh, you don't have it installed. Like, yes, I do, and I have to tell it to do some stupid, annoying crap, and then it's like, oh, because it's trying really hard to make sure I get the newest Microsoft Office, which I don't need because I'm happy with Office 2007. It's amazing how I could keep Microsoft Office 2007, which is a set of programs from 2006, yet I can't keep Adobe CS6, which is from 2012. But at least I got the free video editing software Kdenlive, which I've used a few times, including. Oh, what the hell, man? Are you kidding me? Where's the damn thing at? Including the um. There it is. So, anyways, see, I got a bunch of. I have listed the movies I'm going to review, and this is the order I plan to do them in. And there's going to be even more of them, but these are the ones I've watched. I've also seen Secret Window, but the last time I saw it was in theaters, so I can't really say much about it right now. Anyways, what this reaction video is about is it's a reaction to a video by Karl Jobst. I've done reactions to this channel before. I don't know if this reaction video will ultimately get a lot of views or not, but I hope it does. If not, that's okay. I just hope Karl Jobst gets a lot of views for showing this anyway, because this is really important. He talked about Wata Games before, and Wata Games is a horrible company. I believe I reacted to his previous video about Wata Games. If I haven't already, I'll make a playlist for Karl Jobst reaction videos. I haven't, because despite the type of channel it is, I've done a lot of reaction. I've done several reactions to him. I don't react to every video, of course. But Wata Games is a horrible company, and they, as well as another company that are both owned by the same company, have done nasty things to manipulate the retro gaming market by marking up the prices of retro games to be higher than they actually should be, which is a horrible, horrible thing to do. And I'm pleased to see that Karl Jobst is about to point out that they're finally getting sued for market manipulation. Let's watch.
Hello, you absolute legends. In August of 2021, I released a video called Exposing Fraud and Deception in the Retro Video Game Market. In the video, I focused on Wata Games, a video game grading company, and Heritage Auctions, the largest auction house of collectibles in the world. I described how Wata and Heritage colluded to artificially create a speculative bubble in order to profit from the rising value of sealed video games. The response from the public was overwhelming, with almost universal agreement that the actions of Wata Games and Heritage Auctions were unethical. Wata Games and its owners lied to and deceived the public many times in order to personally profit. The only question was if anything was going to happen. Everyone knew it was wrong, but no one knew if there would be any consequences. Personally, I was hoping that the FTC would step in and investigate. This hasn't happened yet, but it still might. In the meantime, we won't have to wait before we see some action though. On the 10th of May, a class action lawsuit was filed against Wata Games and its current owners, Collectors Universe. The lawsuit pulled no punches, attacking Wata for multiple alleged injustices, including market manipulation, deceptive advertising, insider trading, and more. In this video, we will take a quick look at how this all went down. We do have to give ourselves a bit of credit here, because apparently the video we made last year may have been the inciting incident that made this all happen.
Congrats, Karl Jobst. You really made a difference. That's amazing. And thank you for posting that video last year, which I said I believe I have a reaction video to it. I don't remember. I might not. Watch that video and watch his video if you can't find my reaction. He mentioned at the beginning of this one.
Also, I've been receiving messages about a new type of collectible that's been selling for massive prices on heritage auctions lately, sealed VHS tapes. Many people are immediately calling this a scam, and one of the reasons is because heritage is involved. So in this video, I'm also going to give my opinion on this new collectible as well. I really hope you enjoy.
Okay.
Now before we go on, a big thank you to this video's sponsor, Bespoke Post. Bespoke is a monthly membership club which delivers boxes containing a wide selection of really interesting and useful products. Every month, they will send you something new, and their lineup is constantly changing, so there will always be new things to try. Before your box is shipped, you can preview it and decide if you want to keep it, swap it for something else, or skip the month entirely for no charge. Bespoke sent me the Stealth box, which contains a great knife for every day. I have to say, it's also just fun to browse boxes and choose which one you want to receive next. Every box has around $70 in retail value, but only costs $45. And if you want 20% off your first box, just go to the link in the description and enter Karl Jobst 20 at checkout. Or go to bespokepost.com/KarlJobst 20.
Speaking of $45, just 2 days ago. So, some of you may know about this. Most of you probably don't. Last week, I fucked up bad. I didn't pay my car note, and my car was repossessed. I had to get a loan in order to get my car back. So I got my car back, which is great. I can go back to work, no problem. In fact, I'm actually also going to start a new job on July 11th, which will be a great job to have because it's guaranteed $22 per hour, and I'll work it from morning to early afternoon. Before I would go to work for DoorDash during the dinner rush and get paid at least $22 an hour or more. So things are actually looking up since getting my car back. But also, when I was waiting for a ride to go be driven to where my car is 2 days ago to pick it up, I went to a thrift store and I got a 1080p HD flat screen TV for $45. I am not kidding, and I might show off the video someday. I might show off the TV someday. I don't know, but like, it's really amazing. It's got amazing picture quality. So now I got two flat screens, one in the bedroom that I've had since like 2015, I think, and then now this new one for $45 that has like just a little scratch on it that you don't even really see when you actually have the TV on. So I'll be able to actually, have this TV hooked up in the living room and play Switch in here, maybe even live stream in here if you guys are interested. And then there was a Blu-ray player for it that was $25, so $70 to get all that together. That was hell yeah, amazing. So anyways, things are looking up. Hopefully I'll make enough money for rent soon, but if not, I'll find a way. Anyway, back to the video.
When I released my initial video on Wata Games and heritage auctions last year, there was a huge public backlash. People to games/Karl Jobst 20. When I released my initial video on Wata Games and Heritage Auctions last year, there was a huge public backlash. People immediately knew what they were trying to do, and rightly so, they were angered. Even news outlets picked up on the story, and despite what these salty speculators claimed, this wasn't just a case of journalists blindly parroting what I said in the video, it was definitely a case of them also looking at the evidence and coming to the same conclusion.
You know, I wish the journalists who talk about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard would actually do research too. It's like they don't even watch the trial and they just keep blindly believing Amber Heard even though she clearly lied the entire trial. Everybody who watched the trial can see she was a flat-out liar and that Johnny Depp was the good guy. But whatever. At some point, I think the press will eventually be like, you know what? Screw pushing for Amber Heard. She keeps ruining herself. She's not a good person. Let's put, people like Johnny Depp, people know that he's the good guy. Let's stop pushing for the bad guy, Amber Heard. So eventually the press will fall in line. They will. It's just going to take time. There still will be Amber Heard stans who will always defend her because believe all women or hate all men. You know, people like that are people like that are actually obviously quite sexist themselves. But, you know, as they say, you can only be sexist if it's against women, apparently, right? Like how you can only be racist if you're white. Anyways, let's not talk about that shit. Let's continue with this video. I'm glad that at the very least the press is actually doing research when it comes to this thing. Probably because it didn't have a woman involved.
However, despite the uproar, nothing really happened, and it looked like nothing might ever happen. But then, in April of this year, a very interesting post appeared on the game collecting subreddit. It was titled, "Potential Class Action Against Wata Games in California."
Nice.
The user outlined that they were an attorney and game collector, and that their law firm was preparing a class action case to be filed against Collectors Universe and Wata Games. The point of the post was to ask members who had graded games with Wata if they'd like to join the class as a plaintiff.
Nice.
It also confirmed that this lawsuit would address claims of unfair business practices, RICO violations, and fraud claims. What I found pretty interesting was a reply from the supposed attorney to a question asking if I was involved. They stated, "We do not have direct involvement from Jobst or Abramson. However, the work those gentlemen did absolutely convinced the attorneys and staff here, especially the non-collectors, to take this matter on."
That's a little feather on your cap, ain't it, Karl Jobst?
They did amazing work, and we are really grateful to them for doing the legwork and laying everything out as they did. Everyone was obviously very excited, but understandably skeptical. Anyone can make a Reddit post, and there was no way of knowing if it was legit. Truthfully, the odds of this actually being real was pretty low. But shockingly, a month later on the 10th of May, a class action lawsuit was filed in the United States District Court. The defendants were Wata Incorporated and Collectors Universe, which now owns Wata Games. The claims listed were RICO, unfair competition law, false advertising, intentional misrepresentation, non-disclosure, and breaches of the Consumers Legal Remedies Act. The filing is 50 pages long, so I won't go through everything in detail, but everything I pointed out in my video has been included. It goes through the timeline of events step by step, starting right from the creation of Wata Games in 2018. It talks about the sale of the initial Super Mario Bros. For $100,000 that was purchased by the founder of Heritage Auctions, Jim Halperin. It describes how the Wata and Heritage executives used the media to pump up the market. It mentions the Pawn Stars episode, where Richard Lecce, who had a business relationship with Wata and was friends with Wata president Dennis Kahn, went on to try and sell that same copy of Super Mario Bros. For $1 million. But they failed to disclose that the parties knew each other. The lawsuit outlines how the market drastically increased in value after it was artificially pumped, and how Wata and Heritage directly profited from this manipulation. The claim also talks at length about something that I didn't mention in my video. It says that the inflation of the market caused collectors to send in their games for grading, hoping to sell them for profit. However, at the same time, Wata was bogged down and fell massively behind their advertised turnaround times. Yet, they failed to adequately notify the public or update their website regarding the delays, thus providing false advertising. My video also makes an appearance. The filing reads, on or about August 23, 2021, an independent journalist named Karl Jobst released a YouTube video called Exposing Fraud and Deception in the Retro Video Game Market, which highlighted many of the problems and misstates by Wata and Halperin's association with the company. Also in August of 2021, journalist, attorney, and video game collector Seth Abramson wrote online articles also detailing many of the false statements and unfair business practices detailed herein. The release of the Jobst YouTube video and the Abramson article caused waves in the video game collecting community. Wata customers became very nervous and were unsure what the impact of the revelations would have on the collector's market. After the disclosures by independent journalists, prices for the retro video games began falling.
Good.
Now, it is true that some collectors became nervous about the impact of my video on the market, and since the video was released, prices have fallen a lot.
Good.
But it's hard to say if my video had any real impact on the market as a whole. The market was already way overvalued when I made the video, so it likely would have corrected anyway. The initial hysteria over retro video games seems to have subsided, and the entire market is down in value as much as 50%. Prices for the most valued games are still pretty insane, but for the meantime, the upward trajectory seems to have reversed. The lawsuit goes on and on, explaining everything that most of you already know if you've seen my video. I must say though, they were extremely thorough. I can't really think of anything else that I would add. The big question is, does this have any chance of being successful? I am not a lawyer, so I have absolutely no idea. If this were the FTC investigating Wata's misleading advertising, I would be extremely confident. However, this is a civil suit, and it's an entirely different story. In saying that, I have heard that civil suits can be even easier to win because the burden of proof is lower. The fact that this is going to court at all is a massive win, and it's honestly more than I ever thought would happen. I will definitely keep you up to date when anything interesting happens.
Definitely. Look forward to that.
And in other, somewhat related news, I had several people message me in regards to the most recent craze in the collectibles market, sealed VHS tapes. About a week ago, a sealed VHS copy of Back to the Future sold for $75,000. This made headlines, of course, because you can't pump a market without publicity. Mind you, people have been trying to pump VHS tapes for a while now, and the tactics seem very similar to what we saw with video games. For example, take these articles from last year. Why your vintage video games could be worth a small fortune. Why your old video games may be worth millions. Now, take this article that just came out recently. Rarity and nostalgia. Old VHS tapes could be worth a small fortune. To the naive reader, this just looks like any other random news article, some light reading. But in reality, articles like these are very calculated, and they are designed to pump the market. The articles always contain two critical pieces of information, a high-value sale and the name of an auction house. People with connections will buy stock in an untapped collectibles market and then flood the market with hype in the form of articles, videos, and press releases. They do it all the time, and they are very successful at it. But here's the thing, and you probably won't like hearing this from me. Hyping...
Thank you for getting that out. Like seriously, that man, he looks so condescending. Look how he just kind of, look how he angles the camera down and just kind of looks down at you and just kind of like this, like he's superior. I bet his tone was very conceited too. Like, oh God, looking at that guy pissed me off. I could tell he was one of the scammers. I could tell he thinks he's better than you. He thinks he's smarter than you. He knows he's got the collectors by the balls. Like, I really hated looking at that guy. You know what? It was like looking at Amber Heard with her smirking in court.
Hyping up a market isn't inherently wrong. Trying to convince someone else that something is valuable isn't necessarily wrong either. Just because you think spending thousands of dollars on a VHS tape is stupid, that doesn't make it a scam. When I made my video about Wata and heritage auctions, the point wasn't to attack people over the fact that they were paying $1 million for video games. The point was to attack people who lie and use deceptive tactics to mislead people. As soon as you
Exactly.
lie, it then becomes a scam.
Yes, it
I don't
does.
care if video games or VHS tapes are worth $1 million or $100. People can value these items however they like, and that's fine. But as soon as you trick people or break the law in order to artificially inflate an item's perceived value, well, now you're just a scumbag, and you need
Exactly.
to be called out. I haven't really looked into it, but I haven't seen any deception or lies with these VHS sales, so I can't really call it a scam. I don't think the VHS market will blow up like the video game market did, because
No.
VHS tapes are terrible, and they always have been. When it comes to video games, there was only one way to play them: buying or renting the game itself. When it comes to movies, people usually first went to the cinema. That was always the best experience. And after that, they usually watched movies on TV. As soon as DVDs were released, the entire world let out a collective sigh of relief, as they could now throw their VHS tapes away
Yeah.
and watch the same movies on a far superior medium. VHS
Yeah.
tapes were never the only nor the best way to watch movies, so I doubt many people will see the value in them. But
They were a lot more popular than Laserdiscs, although I guess I heard in Japan that Laserdiscs were more popular than VHS.
who really knows? The world is movies, so I doubt many people will see the value in them. But who really knows? The world is a crazy, crazy place. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, you legends. I hope you are having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.
Honestly, this is amazing news. I'm glad that they're getting sued. Wata Games deserves to get sued. What they did was absolutely immoral. It's just like, not only is it just like what, and it's amazing that Karl Jobst, who made that video, his video is being used as evidence in the lawsuit. That's actually pretty incredible. He's doing a really great thing. That's awesome. Um, Thank you so much, Karl Jobst, for uploading that video last year. Which, like I said, I believe I have a reaction to. I don't remember if I do, but I believe I do. If you want to check out my reaction, otherwise you can just check out his original video. Um, this is amazing. I'm really glad that something's being done. I'm glad that there's a lawsuit being filed against Wata Games. They deserve to be punished for manipulating the market and making games more cost more than they actually should. It's fucked up. They all they did was lie and deceive and cheat, and they made a huge profit from doing so. So hopefully they are taken down a peg and get sued, and not only are they sued, but they are ruined after that, because it will teach people a lesson that you do these horrible illegal things. It may seem like it's going to work at first, but you're going to get caught, you're going to get in trouble, and you're going to pay a hefty price for it. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry I was talking for as long as I was at the beginning. I just wanted to mention a few things that are going on. Please like, comment, subscribe, click that bell icon to add me notifications. So yeah, I'm still doing reaction videos. There's going to be eventually nothing to talk about when it comes to the Johnny Depp trial. I know posting shorts and some videos about the Johnny Depp trial are reasons as to why my YouTube gained 100 something subscribers in a really short amount of time for my standards. But there is going to be a time where I'll run out of things to say about it. Anyways, I'd like to actually show you something. By the way, I have members only videos. I hope you check them out. You'll have to join as a member to see them. But this video right here, former TMZ employee Morgan Tremaine is right about Elaine Bredehoft seeking 15 minutes of fame. Even if you aren't even into the Johnny Depp trial, check it out. It's a funny, less than 1 minute video that I made with the free editing software I got called Caden Live. And I like how it turned out. It's a lot of fun. Please go watch that after you're done here, and check out check out the other stuff I've posted. And as for the memberships, so I don't have any members at the moment, but you see, if you do, Oh, I just realized I still have my face covering the whole screen. Anyways, the video I was talking about. See, there's a members only video, but this video, former TMZ employee Morgan Tremaine is right about Elaine Bretterhoft seeking 15 minutes of fame. I edited that with, I put that together with my new free editing software, Caden Live. And I'm pretty satisfied with it. And people like the video. I'd suggest checking it out. Now I'm going to go to memberships. I don't have any members, but I hope some people will join. I would really appreciate that. You'll get that nice, cute image if you go to the members section. Um, if you do join, it doesn't matter which level you join. The basic membership, you'll get these custom emojis you can type in the comments on my videos, as well as during chat on live streams. And there's membership badges. I will add some more additional membership badges in the future. I'll add some Johnny Depp ones for loyal viewers, Gilbert Gottfried, among others. But anyways, just thought I'd bring that up. Um, Karl Jobst, thank you so much for uploading that video calling out Wata Games. Now, because you did that, their Wata Games is being sued, and you uploaded another video talking about that and mentioning the inflation of VHS prices. God, who? Yeah, anybody who would pay that much for a VHS, I'm sorry. I don't mean to judge, but you're stupid for doing that. Don't do that, man. There, Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, Karl Jobst is right. DVD is way better than VHS. You know, when DVD became mainstream, it was a quick jump. People quickly jumped on board the DVDs. It especially helped when the PS2 came out and was even cheaper than the DVD player at the time, and you could play video games on it as well as watch DVDs on the PS2. Um, PS2 is the PlayStation 2 is the highest selling video game console of all time. The second highest selling video game console of all time, which is behind the PS2 by a few million, is the Nintendo DS, by the way, which is the highest selling handheld of all time. Anyway, um, the fact is, yeah, DVD is way better than VHS. And when Blu-ray came out, people didn't really jump on board with the Blu-ray that much. In fact, it's DVD is still so common now that oftentimes when you buy a movie at the store or anything, it's a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. So, like, yeah, that's how common that's just goes to show how much staying power DVD has. Of course, nowadays the best thing still is you can go on streaming sites on the internet, Disney Plus, Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Peacock, um, you know, bunch of different ones. I mean, unfortunately, there's too many streaming sites, which does suck. I liked it better when all I need was Hulu and Netflix, but I do appreciate that there's a Disney Plus bundle that includes the ads-free version of Hulu and ESPN Plus for a reasonable price for all three of them together. Um, but it does suck that there's less content available on Hulu or Netflix than there used to be, or content that used to be there is not there anymore. I guess there's actually technically more content. Just content that used to be there is gone sometimes. Like South Park used to be on Hulu. Now it's on. Is it on HBO Max or Paramount Plus? I don't even know what it's on anymore. Is it on both? That's pretty greedy if it's on both. Anyway, what was I gonna say? So, one thing that was cool about VHS is that like when you stop watching, like what James Rolfe said in his It's Bullshit" videos, when you stop a VHS, as soon as you put it back in, it starts from exactly where you left off. The DVDs don't do that. I mean, they sometimes do, depends, but they typically don't. Um, but no, yeah, overall DVD is way better than VHS for sure. So I don't see any reason for to buy an expensive VHS, especially since a lot of those movies you can watch on streaming sites now. Some of them are still not available on some streaming sites. Like it, you might have to buy a DVD or a Blu-ray or whatever, but they're typically available on streaming sites. And if they're not, there's other ways to watch them. YouTube, you can watch movies on. My wife and I, we've rented a lot of movies on YouTube, but and we've also bought movies on YouTube as well. Um, Not to mention some actual movies are free on YouTube, free with ads. Of course, if you have an ad blocker, it's completely free. You don't even have to worry about the ads. But that I've only found ad blockers to work on the computer. I've never really gotten them to work on a phone or my Xfinity box or whatever the case may be. Um, Anyways, I've been going on a long time. Karl Jobst is doing. He did a wonderful thing posting that video, and he's continuing to do a wonderful thing posting this video. And I'm glad I did a reaction to it. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, click that bell icon to have me notifications, and if you can help support me a little bit more, just a little bit, you can do the basic membership for 99 cents a month if that's all you want to do. You'll get the custom emojis, you'll get exclusive videos. There are higher tiers of memberships that will help me more, that will have certain exclusive videos that I wouldn't put in the lower tiers. There's going to be there's going to be better shout outs for higher paying members, and some early access to some content as well. But yeah, even the basic membership, you'll get some good things. That said, thank you so much for watching.